It's perfectly obvious from the evidence that I was tortured. Since you're an understanding person, I'll tell you right off the bat that they chemically castrated me, among other things. I was forced to do battle against the allegation from the people who tortured me that I was never tortured. One of the other consequences is that I ended up with Parkinson's. Again, it is perfectly obvious from the evidence that I was tortured. Yet I was forced to do battle, media battle, in secrecy, in private, in homelessness, in destitution, while they abused me and tortured me. My mind was subject to indescribable things when I was just a little boy. Indescribable meaning I didn't even have the linguistic skills to summon the vocabulary to tell someone that I had been tortured. It wasn't in my vocabulary to say tortured. I was that young. And among the things they jam-packed into my psyche were their adult rationalizations. You would think I would want revenge. I don't. I take some satisfaction in that my research has arrived at clarification as to who it was who attacked me and tortured me. And of course, that empowers the people who wanted to do battle despite all of the evidence. It's perfectly obvious from the evidence that I was horrifically tortured. And yet, I was forced to do battle. And what do I face at the age of 64? Courts that wouldn't dare give me a penny because our culture has Ripper murdered a bystander. Oh, the state of Washington knows who poisoned me in the heart. They did an investigation, but they didn't share the results with me. Since when does a registered nurse give somebody whose blood pressure is 135 over 86 after he walks up a steep mountain at the age of 42? A deadly pharmaceutical bullet. Without counseling, you should try exercise. Monitor your blood pressure yourself, and yet they found nothing wrong with this. No lawyer would ever touch it because they knifed the bystander. This groove tube culture that calls themselves Seattle. They won't give me privacy. Forget it. It's ruled out. They've said in no uncertain terms that they will murder me. They've already humiliated me for even thinking of girls. They will murder me if I date anybody. So I've been alone for 35 years. They did not allow me to have children. Why? So they could point the finger and say he didn't have children. Yeah. J.D. Vance carps on people who don't have children, so they needed someone they could carp on. So they deafened me, and they didn't allow me to have children. Because they wanted to be able to point the finger. How can you reconcile that with the admiration you have for these somebodies? Is it strange that I just want out? So I just want the comfort of being left alone in a situation where I can get exercise. My heart starts barking when I don't get the right exercise. Now I have Parkinson's. I want to be left alone in a place where I have adult family care. Is that the optimum? No. The ultimate would be to be able to turn back the clock. I can't turn back the clock. What are they going to do? Come and provide me with a hottie? You can cancel that. I did. I have no intention of making it easy for you to murder me. They have sworn that they would kill me if I ever have another girlfriend. Okay. My poetry is too important to me. My ability to encourage others to write and read poetry is too important to me. To just offer myself as a lamb to some ripper hatter who's already gotten away with a virtual eternity of torture, immiseration, abuse, serial cruelty, sadism, which apparently is recreational for them. They tortured me. And it is perfectly obvious from the evidence. Oh, they spit nails. They insult the intelligence of every man, woman, and child on earth, making up weird stories about someone who had no idea what they were doing. I was deaf from the very get-go when they poisoned and tortured me as a child. And that's perfectly obvious from the evidence. What difference, what business do they have forcing me to do battle about it? Oh, because I said, who cares about Reagan in college? Oh, my God, a demonic presence is what they said about me. A demonic presence who dares to refute the holiness of our favorite great dictator. Wow. That's rational behavior. That's adult, man.